Hello again, and welcome to Power Moves, where we find ways to level up in our career, level up in our finances, and level up in life in general. It is so good to see you all this good evening. I hope you've had a wonderful week so far, even though it's only Tuesday. I hope it's going well for you. Tonight's topic is going to be financial literacy, and it's going to be financial literacy related, but it's entitled Personal Finance 101. And these are just basic skills that every adult human being should be putting into practice when it concerns their money. Okay, these are just basics. I have a money management mentor friend who is starting up a generational wealth generating personal finance, financial literacy type website, and he's going to be holding classes for children. So hopefully I can get him on here to share a little bit of his knowledge. He has definitely blessed my life. I'm making money off some of the things that he has told me and some of the apps, which I'm definitely going to share with you at a later date to help manage money and invest money. A lot of people feel weird when you say the word investment, like that's only something bankers on Wall Street do. No, us as regular, everyday human beings can also invest our money, especially when you're young. When you start young, you can definitely start building toward a better lifestyle when it's time for you to retire or once you get older. So I will be going over those websites and apps that he has brought to my attention. And I'll tell you right now, they have really like done wonders for me. I've really been successful, especially like with Acorn and Robinhood and all of those other money management apps. They work. I'm getting dividends. My money's not just sitting in a savings account and getting me pennies every year. There are lots of investment opportunities out there, and they can make you some real returns. Okay, so I will get into tonight's lesson, but just keep that in mind. We've got at least one person I think that's going to come on here and kind of share some knowledge with you all. Probably basic stuff, trial stuff to run through as he prepares for his classes and also tries to get some support from us for his classes. So, coming soon. Okay? So, Personal Finance 101. How are you going to manage your money? This is what we're talking about tonight. Skills that you need to put into place right now. Okay? So, number one, track your money. Okay? A lot of us, not me anymore, maybe when I was younger, kind of just fly by the seat of our pants. We get that deposit, we check for that deposit, and then we go out and we spend money and we don't check back in to see where the money went and how much of it is gone. Some of us create little tallies and records in our head to kind of keep mental note of where the money is gone, but that's always a bad idea because it's never 100% correct. So track your money. Okay, don't be afraid to log into your personal banking website and check your account. You don't want to end up in a situation where you overdraft and you don't have enough to pay or you get charged for overdraft. Track your money, okay? It's impossible to manage your money if you don't know how much money is being spent. Most banks offer free online tools to their customers to help them visualize categorically how much money they are spending each month. I bank with Wells Fargo. I know Wells Fargo offers that kind of tool. It's kind of like a pie chart type of tool that shows you where the money is going. And when I say categorically, I mean it shows you how much is being spent eating out at restaurants, spent on entertainment, spent on your utilities, spent on your child care, things of that nature. Those categories show up and it shows you how much money is going into those each month. Okay, so take advantage of that. It's free. If your bank offers it on their online banking website, it's free. Not too many useful things in this world are free. Take advantage of whatever you can in order to get a hold of the information that you need in order for you to be able to track your money, see how much is going out every month, every 2 weeks, every week. You need to stay on top of that. That's just something responsible adults do. Okay, they track their money. Okay. Number two, budget your money. So don't just figure out where it's going to and how much is going out. Figure out what you're getting and make a plan for it every month to figure out where you need to allocate your money. So budget your money. Okay? Budgets are spending plans based on your income and expenses. Budgets are spending plans. You're planning where that money is supposed to go. You're planning how much money you need to have left over. You're planning. A budget is a spending plan and it's based on your income and expenses. Budgeting is a tool to help you figure out how to live within your means. That is important. If you're not living within your means and you can help it, please try to live within your means. That's the only way you're going to start making more money, because the easiest way to make more money is to stop spending it. Okay? Spend less. Okay? So it's going to help you out how to figure out how to live within your means. You are not managing your money. You are not managing your money correctly if you have more month left over at the end of every pay period instead of money. So if you have more month than money at the end of the day, your plan is not working for you and you need to figure out a budget. And if it's something that cannot be helped, and you're in a dire situation, that's completely understandable. But if it can be helped, you should try to help it. Okay? So if done well, you can budget, and your budget will tell you where the money needs to be spent and what things you can cut back on in order to stay within your desired cost range. So let's say you go in and you look at your budget and you see and you do your calculations and see, well, if I pay this and this and this, well, by the end of the month, I might not have as much money left as I need, or I need a little bit of padding in my account at the end of the month. I can't just end at zero. I need some money in there. Let me cut back on this area. Maybe I shouldn't go to Starbucks every day, all day. Maybe I should not be spending my money on this concert that I want to go to, or this entertainment attraction that I planned on going to. Maybe I'll hold back until next month. That is how budgets work. You take away, you give, you move. You figure out how, with this budget, to have enough money left over at the end of the month and where your money needs to go. It helps you kind of get it down pat. Okay, if you're not budgeting, you need to start budgeting. Okay, unless you're Elon Musk. Okay, if you're Elon, do what you want. But for regular lay people, budget your money. Make a budget. It will definitely help out. It'll make you feel like an adult. Okay? You'll be doing something responsible. You'll be fiscally responsible, and that's important. Number 3, build up your savings. A lot of people, they can't help it. You might be at a crisis time in your life where you can't build up your savings, where you're living check to check. However, if you have money left over, if you have some padding at the end of the month, if you have cash and you're not in a dire situation, you need to start thinking about building up your savings. Okay? Build up your savings. This goes without saying, but it's even more essential these days because of sky high interest rates when it comes to borrowing money. Okay? Wouldn't it be great if you could just borrow from yourself? That's a wonderful thing. When you have enough money to borrow from your savings instead of putting it on a credit card and paying interest rates and paying the minimum and not being able to pay it down as fast as you want to. If you have that money in savings, that feeling of freedom is the most wonderful thing in the world. You can go to yourself and take that money out. Okay? Building up your savings will take some time, so use it as an opportunity to cultivate some patience. Be patient. I also have impatience when looking at my bank accounts. Like, I want to be here, and it seems I keep putting money here every month, but the money is not building up because something else is coming out of it. So yes, look at this as an opportunity to cultivate some patience. Okay? You can make saving even more painless by setting up an automatic draft. I do that. I can tell you it has definitely paid off. Okay? You won't even know the money's missing. I've done this with quite a few of my accounts, and I was able to easily hit 1,000 in less than a year. Okay? When you're not thinking about it, it's much less painful. All right. And you get your little surprise. You come in periodically, you check your account, you've been auto drafting to that account continuously over the past few months. The money does build up. Okay. And it's the easiest thing to do. It's the easiest way to save. Auto draft. And like the one over being over $1,000 in my account, these are for these investment apps and money tracking apps and things that I'm going to go over at a later date, maybe even next week. We'll see. But you can hook them up to your account. You can hook up an auto draft and say, this is how much I want to come out each week or each pay period. Then you don't have to deal with it anymore. And you look over at 6 months pass, 2 months pass, 5 months pass. You look, you check your account, and you've got a pretty hefty amount of savings in there that you can either invest or pull out and use, or, wait for the opportunity to do something else with it. But I will always back automatic draft as for savings, because if you count on yourself to do it, it's going to come down to, do I want these Jordans or do I want to save my money? And the Jordans are going to win out. If you do it, it's going to be like, do I want to spend all this money on makeup or do I want to take that money and put it in savings? The makeup is going to win out. If you're making decisions like that, the savings part of it does not feel like it's not got that powerful hold over you that the clothes, the jewelry, the entertainment has. And in the moment, you're going to choose whatever it is versus the savings. Okay. So put your savings on automatic draft so you don't have to make those tough decisions. Just let it come out automatically and leave it alone. Okay. Remember what we said about patience. Okay, next, create an investment strategy. And we will also be going over this at a later date. You need one. You need one, especially if you're young, in the prime of your life. Do your 65, 70-year-old self a favor. Open up that 401k. It's even greater if your company's going to match you up to a percentage of your 401k. If you're working with a company that provides that type of service, you need to get a 401k. You need to get it popping, okay? Because I can tell you, I've had a 401k for 8 years now, and it's not where I want it to be. So can you imagine? I'm 40 now. If I just started my 401k, I would be kind of disappointed because it's not building up the way I wanted it to. Start as young as possible. Your older self will thank you. Okay? Create an investment strategy. Does the word investment make you uneasy? It shouldn't. Okay, investing is not as complicated as it may seem, and there are plenty of apps that make it easy for you to dip your toe in the water and try it out. Okay, the stock market is not some sort of place of exile that only special people go to and special people know about it. No, people invest in their daily lives every day, especially now that we have apps and websites that make it easy for people to understand what they're investing in, how much dividends they're going to get, what their return is, and it gives you the choice to back whatever stock and buy whatever stock you may want to choose. All of that is available to us in so many different platforms today. So I encourage you to look up apps like Acorn, look up apps like Robinhood, and a few more that I will share with you later, just so that you can figure out, okay, what can I do with the money I have now? Okay, they're offering me these types of investments, these levels of investments, of savings, things of that nature. So what can I do? Just do some research, get into it. Don't just sit there and let the investment opportunities pass you by and then get to a place where you really could need the money, but you don't have it because you didn't act when you were supposed to. Okay, create an investment strategy. Next, number 5, reduce your recurring monthly bills and subscriptions. We all have those subscriptions that we let go past the trial period and now they're a monthly bill. I have one right now. I think it's with MailChimp. I haven't used MailChimp in over a year, but they keep pulling that money out because I don't make a point of it to go in and unsubscribe and go back down to the free plan. So make sure that you know all of your money, where it's going to, and all the recurring subscriptions. We have subscriptions we failed to cancel during the trial period. Those small oversights can add up. Okay, maybe it's only $10 a month, but there are $10 a week, but there are 52 weeks in a year. What does that mean? At the end of the year, you've given away $520 to a service that you don't even use. Okay, so small oversights can add up. Your bank should offer free online tools that allow you to see how much money you are spending on those subscriptions. Okay, so get it together. Make a list of subscriptions that you need to unsubscribe from. There are also apps like Truebill that can help you do the same. So if your bank doesn't offer that online, you can download Truebill and find out where your recurring subscriptions are and how you can unsubscribe from them. Okay, number 6, lastly, limit your credit card purchases. This is a no-brainer. And sometimes we have crisis, we're in emergency, we need to use our credit card. But if you can help it, limit your credit card purchases. The balance on your credit card should never be more than 10% of the limit. I only found this out, transparency moment here. I only found this out a few weeks ago. Okay? That should only be 10%. And I found it out because my friend and I, we applied for the same card. And of course, he makes lots more money than me. So they came back with a credit limit for him that was sky high compared to mine. Even though my credit is great, I couldn't get the same credit limit as him. And part of it was because he has more income, but a large part of it was because I have been carrying around a large balance on my credit card. I'll pay it down, pay it down, pay it down, and then I buy something big with it. Then I pay it down, pay it. So it's the back and forth game. And the balance is way more, it was way more than 10% of the limit. Okay, so I had to go in and just pay that thing off when I found that out. So I hope that you can do the same. Just know that when you have a balance over 10% of your credit limit, you're not going to be able to increase your limit anytime soon, and it's not helping your credit score either. Okay, the best way to use your credit card to build credit and not negatively affect your score is to use it for all of your small weekly purchases and pay it off at the end of every week. That's really the most useful way to use your credit card. Not to sit there and pay interest and over interest fees and all kinds of fees, late fees, and all of that on top of what you owe on your credit card. And keep it below 10%. If using it for big ticket items will only lengthen the time you have to make your payments on it, and it also ensures that you will be paying more than what you owe in interest. Okay, so tonight this was just a little introduction to Personal Finance 101. We have a few skills that you need to implement immediately if you are not implementing now, and that is number 1, track your money. Number 2, budget your money. Number 3, build up your savings. Number 4, create an investment strategy. Number 5, reduce your recurring monthly bills and subscriptions. And number 6, limit your credit card purchases. I hope that you have learned something this evening. I definitely learned something researching these topics. If you enjoyed this video, and you're on YouTube, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button for me, please. If you have topics or just want to give me a shout out or talk to me about something, you can always reach me on Facebook at Karon, Karon, on Mack, M-A-C-K. You can reach me on Facebook there. Instagram is Karon_Mack. You can reach me on my website at KaronMack.com. I would love to hear from you. And there you can find blog entries. You can find my graphic design portfolio. If you are looking for graphic design work, you can find my Etsy store, which is Malice and Magic. You can go there. It's a hub for everything I've got my hands in at the moment. So go ahead and visit me there. I would love to hear from you. And until next week, I will talk to you. I will talk to you again next week. I hope you have a wonderful week and a wonderful weekend, and I will be talking to you very soon.